Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parsha Shlach. This week's edition is adapted from the words of Rabba Zilberstein's Aleinu. It brings down the Midrash Rabba on Parsha Shlach that discusses at the outset about the high role of a Shliach Mitzvah. A Shliach Mitzvah, an emissary to fulfill a mitzvah, is exempted from certain regulations. For example, if he's traveling on Sukkot, the man would not have to eat in a sukkah. Also, most people are restricted from traveling too close to Shabbos on a Friday or to a Yontiv on Erev Yontiv, and the Shliach Mitzvah is exempted. The Midrash then says that Hashem likes nothing else like he loves a Shliach Mitzvah dedicated to fulfilling his mission. It proceeds further and says that the two Meraglim that were sent by Yeshua to search out Eretz Yisrael were the ultimate in Shlichei Mitzvah. The Midrash tells us who these two people were. One was Kalev ben Yefuna, the other was Pinchas ben Elazar ben Aaron HaKohen, two great men. Now really, as great as they were, there was no one else that did a mitzvah as a Shliach Mitzvah as well as they did. No one else exemplified this mitzvah. So perhaps the reason, says Rabba Zilberstein, is that these two gentlemen were contemporaries of Yehoshua. They were all Talmidim of Moshe Rabbeinu. They were all leaders in their own right. And what usually happens when someone's peer becomes a leader of a nation or of a community, there's a certain amount of jealousy and a certain lack of acceptance. However, when it came to Yehoshua, who we already had an allusion by Eldad and Medad that he would lead the Bnei Yisrael into Eretz Yisrael after the Batira of Moshe Rabbeinu, Kalev and Pinchas were not jealous. In fact, they totally subjugated their roles to Yehoshua to accomplish their mission. They nullified themselves. They took away their personalities. What they did was they went in and they pretended to be potters. They were selling earthenware kalim, utensils. What is the significance of an earthenware utensil? What makes it unique? Every other keli, every other utensil, it can be made out of gold or it can be made out of metal, everything has a certain inherent worth beyond the role as a utensil. It can be melted down. There's value there. When you break down an earthenware utensil, it's only earth. There's no value there. The only value for an earthenware keli is when it's formed into something to become a receptacle to accomplish a mission, to fill a role for something else. And that is what Kalev and Pinchas did. They totally subjugated themselves to Yeshua, to the mission of succeeding to spy out Eretz Yisrael. This is actually in contrast to the other Meraglim, because when we have the pasuk, as I mentioned, Yishlach Yeshua ben Nun Nashitim Shnayim Anashim, it doesn't mention the names of Kalev and Yefuna because they were so modest and they weren't doing it for their recognition. They just wanted to accomplish the mission. But back in Parsha Shlach, it says Ve'ela Shmos Hanashim. These are the names of the people. Ve'ela Shmosam Lamate Ruvain. These are the names. They all listed the names because they were very proud of it. They were going on social media and saying, "Hey, I'm the guy going out to spy in Eretz Yisrael." They had that arrogance, and that was what led to the downfall for most of them. But Yehoshua, but Kalev and Pinchas, they so subjugated themselves to their role as Shliach Mitzvah, and that's why Hashem said there was no other ones like them when it comes to Shliach Mitzvah. May we be zocheh not only as Shlichei Mitzvah, but as Osei Mitzvah, as regular doers of Mitzvah, to accomplish our mission, to fulfill Hashem's will, and be zocheh for the Bias HaGoel B'Meher Remeinu. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful Shabbos.